Hello and welcome to another episode of the Golden Handcuffs podcast. Here with Alex, I'm Tanner. Today we're going to play a fun game, Alex. We're talking about fast food restaurants. And we're going to go, you heard of the S tier list?
Yes, I have. Seen many of these.
Yeah, it's a popular thing. We're going to go through everything from McDonald's, Chipotle, Starbucks, and we're going to just look at what they have to offer their employees. And we're not talking about corporate America of these places. Every one of these restaurants we're talking about have a corporate tier list of benefits, which we'll bring up, we'll mention. But there's also a middle tier, which is kind of the general manager shift, the shift coordinator type level, middle tier, or assistant general managers, and then the very bottom rung, which is the crew members, the cooks, the associates, the food associates, as they call them sometimes. And that's what we're talking about today, Alex.
One of the tricky part with these fast food chains that are really large is a lot of it is up to the actual franchisee. So whoever is franchising it, a lot of these, the corporate allows them to determine the benefits that they offer. So just be aware of that. And if you are seriously considering, going to one of these places for full-time employment and you want to have some sort of a career there and you're interested in the benefits there, definitely check with the actual franchise. A lot of these I think are pretty general because they do offer it and it's on their websites that you can find those what those offers are, but they can vary between each location.
And of course, we have to make the disclaimer at the beginning of this episode that Alex and I are not benefits experts. We're not brokers. We do not sell insurance of any kind or any benefits. Everything we say about benefits needs to be taken with a grain of salt. And with that being said, let's continue on with this. Every single place we're talking about has one thing in common. Mm-hmm. What is that?
It's got to be the meals. You either get a discount or you get a free meal.
Free meal on your shift.
Which has got to be I think the bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Yeah. It's free food. What does it cost them?
Whether you're full-time or part-time, it's got to be the bare minimum.
You basically don't have to pay for food when you're there. You get to have a meal there, which is cool. Sorry, Burger King, if you're watching this, you have a very nasty social media, so maybe you're going to come after us, but you are not performing very well on this. For not only that, a lot of places, maybe it's not corporate Burger King, but just specific franchise owners, but this person's saying 50% off their meals on days you work for staff and nothing on days you don't. And they're saying, where's that? USA. In Virginia. Idaho says all employees get one free meal a shift, no discount outside work. Though I'm the general manager of my location. Sometimes I give employees free food when they're not working. Just don't tell my district manager. So kind of acting outside their purview a little bit.
Yikes.
In Idaho, that they have PTO pay time off programs for full-time employees. 1 hour PTO every 40 hours that you work. The hours you get added once a year on your anniversary date, so they can only be cashed out by employee who have worked Burger King for 1+ years. So, how does that work? So they basically, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think so. You got to work a year in order to get that benefit. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah. So you can only cash that out after you've worked for a year there, your PTO.
Okay, so you can have it, but you really can't use it.
It's saying every 40 hours you work, you get 1 hour of PTO for every 40 hours. No, maybe that's...
Oh, I see. So if you work like a full week, you get an hour of pay time off that you can't use. You can't use it that second week until you reach that
1 year.
Then you might be able to collect a bunch of those hours based off of working 40 hours a week, which is like the standard of a full-time employee. And then, that could be... Does that have a limit? Do you know if that has a cap?
Because
if you work 40 hours every week for 52 weeks, that's 52 hours. You get paid time off.
It's about a week off.
Okay.
Right?
It's not bad.
Yeah. That's 6 days.
Hey, after 1 year, I don't think that's too bad.
That's not terrible. About a week. Okay, Burger King, maybe you're doing a little better then, because I was thinking I was actually going to put them on the bottom of the list.
PTO is that just in one location?
But that's one location.
Okay, I don't know if that's the normal.
That may not be the normal because they don't require a free full meal. Where are we putting them? What are you going to say on the list? I'm going to put them...
F?
It goes A, B, so S, definitely not S, not A, not B, not C.
D.
D is probably going to put them.
They're D, yeah.
Only the reason why you're at D, Burger King, and not F is because that one guy in Idaho said, we give him PTO. Like, that's pretty cool. And maybe more places do that, but I guarantee you the majority do not do that.
So that's saying even a lot of locations with a full-time staff member who works in the restaurant doesn't get anything other than 50% off their food.
Yeah. So here's the way their tier list, it goes up. So it goes from team member, cook, then it goes hourly shift coordinator. That's the next step up. Assistant manager, and then restaurant general manager, the RGM. Fancy. If I look at the RGM, learn more, goes nowhere. I can't even find what the benefits are for that. It just says. So when I see on these websites, they kind of like have lots of fluffy sounding things where it's like, hey, you know, we are all about celebrating people and finding your way, you know. And again, I'm picking on you, Burger King, but a lot of places do this too, right? Where it's like it's very HR-y, jargony. And we'll go into one of my favorite ones later. You'll just see they go right to the benefits. This is what you get when you work here. This is like, you know, growing with Burger King, you know, and it doesn't really tell anything.
Especially when you see a benefits information and the first couple ones is like great team, you know, team collaboration, opportunities to grow, like
work environment.
Yeah, that's all. I'm like, okay, you got a lot of fluff. You don't actually have much substance here. So I'm gonna
say D.
I think they might be an F, honestly.
Should we put them as an F?
Because look, that's one location, and sure, like we mentioned, franchises can offer more, and so sure, Burger King can do better than this. But like what they have as like their base
at a corporate level,
that's low. I mean, the minimum should be food. To me, I think if you're not going to offer anything else, at least give a free meal part of your shift. Like I think that should be the minimum. I even think when it's like just a discount, that's even like a slap in the face.
Yeah. Because if you're talking about corporate, they have some more typical medical, dental, vision, 401k, PTO, obviously. But even then, for the corporate and management, it says full-time in management with AI, but I don't think that's legit. I don't think that's what they're doing. You're going to say F?
Well, I would probably put them at F.
Let's put them at F. Yeah. Well, someone's got to be on F, right? Sorry, Burger King.
Sorry, Burger King. You got the brunt of it at the start.
You got the brunt of it. You're the first one. We're going to be F tier. Let's go to, you have McDonald's?
Let's take a quick pause to talk about the sponsor of the Golden Handcuffs podcast, Hyvio. Alex and I spend our time on this podcast breaking down benefits, explaining why they matter to the everyday user. And that's exactly why we created Hyvio. Employers spend millions of dollars for the benefits on their employees, but the number one thing our clients tell us is no one knows what they are. Hyvio uses the power of video to narrow the gap for each employee so they actually learn about their benefits while they're being entertained. Best of all, getting started is incredibly easy. Pick your benefits videos, add in your benefit details from your guide, along with the customizations, click submit, and we do the rest. And with our dashboard, you get real data to see exactly where they're dropping off, what videos are being missed, and much, much more. Hyvio is a much better experience in onboarding your workforce and employees through the power of video. Go to hyvio.com if you want to learn more or to schedule a demo. And now back to the podcast.
I couldn't actually find McDonald's that easy because it was similar, I think, to the whole Burger King thing where they got a lot of fluff, a
lot of nice talk, not a lot of actual benefits.
Yeah. So McDonald's is actually, I think, better. McDonald's does say that it's based on locations. Mm-hmm. So they're available for certain positions and may vary from location to location. So this is kind of a similar thing, but at least they have a list here that's more. So first one is flexible scheduling. That's I think like a bare minimum.
That's kind of minimum that you say. Know? You get free food of some kind or discounted food, and then you get flexible scheduling.
Burger King did say that too, right?
Yeah,
they had at least that flexible.
They had at least flexible scheduling.
So that has they have flexible scheduling here as well. They have free meals and discounts. So it says enjoy a free meal while on shift and discounts when you're not. So you get the discount when you're not on a shift. When you're working, you get a free meal.
What is the discount?
It does not say here.
Here. Is it 30%?
I think I saw it was 30%, yeah.
National employee discount. 30% off food orders nationwide using the McDonald's app at participating locations.
Hey, that's something.
That's pretty cool.
Especially when you're not working, you know? Like the fact that you can just go stop by any McDonald's and get 30% off your food. 30% off
is actually pretty good.
Yeah. And the fact that you get a free meal when you are working. Yeah. Like that's a big better than some other people. This one says pay time off so you can enjoy work-life balance. I'm sure that has some caveats, kind of like what we saw with that one location that you have to earn it after a certain amount of time, but at least they have it here on their jobs page.
Right.
Employee rewards. So employee rewards both in and out of the restaurant. Tuition assistance up to $3,000 per year for higher learning. And it says world-class training. They'll build your skills and grow your career. Which I actually do know that I've heard that McDonald's like training is like pretty impressive. So, I mean, there's that. I think that's a little bit of a fluff aspect of it. But, you know, tuition assistance, I think that's a good one. A lot of places have that, like Walmart has that, Chipotle, these places got it. So at least they got that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a partnership McDonald's has with Colorado Technical University. So if you're going here, then you get your tuition covered, 100% tuition covered towards your choice of over 35 associate or bachelor's programs.
Of any? Or is it specific online?
I think, let's see. The CTU commitment grant available to Archways to opportunity eligible franchise restaurant employees and McOpCo restaurant crew. So this whole Colorado Tech University, or what is it called? Get that right. Yeah. So this program that they have with Colorado Technical University is based on eligible franchise and employees that meet the requirements. So there might be some not participating locations, but 35 associate or bachelor's programs. If you go through this, I believe that this is an online school.
35 though, that's way more than other ones we've heard about.
Yeah, that is more. And they give you a complimentary laptop. So,
hey, you get a free computer. Free computer if you go through their program and you get tuition, help tuition. How much was it paid for? 5,000?
I thought. Well, this says it's covered. It's 100% tuition covered.
100% tuition covered.
So, I mean, that's cool. And I don't know if that's maybe they allow for other types of. If it's not through Colorado Technical University, then maybe you get. I saw it was like 3,500, which was what they offer.
That's pretty good. Okay, here's some Redditors of a post right now. This is based on a. This is someone saying, this is McDonald's employees subreddit. And this person posted, I want to get a job at Macca's, but want to know if it's a good job or not. And they said, my store is franchise. Or sorry, they said, what do you get, basically? And so this person, Nobody4496, says, my store is franchise, so not much. We get 30% discount, a free meal per shift, and more benefits after a year. So most benefits, talking about PTO, I don't think anything medical related is going to be with McDonald's most of the time. But can you imagine a franchise owner trying to pay for their workforce?
That would be expensive.
That'd be really tough. I don't blame you guys for doing that. But and then this person followed up a question: is there a spending limit? What do you think about that? Is there a spending limit on meals? Because getting a double stack versus getting a Golden Arch, which was amazing, by the way. Did you get the Golden Arch?
It was actually good.
Oh my gosh, best burger they've ever made.
Really?
So it was like $9. It was really expensive.
I thought about getting it.
Or it wasn't that. It was like $6, but it was fantastic.
Does it taste different than a Big Mac?
Oh yeah, but a poppy seed bun on it, and then it had it was good. It had this like nice glazy like sauce with it. Huge patties. It was like 8 ounces of meat. Super good. I hope, please bring it back if you're hearing me.
Was it worth the $10 or whatever?
I think it was. It was like $6. I think. I can't remember how much.
I think it was $10. At least it was in Arizona.
Most expensive meal is a double quarter pounder with cheese, which is $18, depending on locations.
Oh my word! At McDonald's, jeez,
that's pretty crazy.
That is really crazy.
Double quarter pounder with cheese. I bet it's great. I love the quarter pounder. But honestly, I couldn't tell you. We're allowed to modify sandwiches, and if I've made meals go up to $12 or $13, but I'm pretty sure we're only allowed to do a meal. No one listens though.
Okay.
Basically, I think it's the whole limit. I think just get one meal, whatever you want on the menu, you make it for yourself. So yeah.
Hey, cool.
Don't get no Filet-O-Fish.
Expensive?
No, it's disgusting.
What?
I used to love it, and it's gross now.
I feel like it'd be good. I love those little fish sticks that you can.
Oh, I love them too. No, I love it.
Doesn't taste like that.
It just didn't have it. It just was like mushy and just had no flavor. It was bland. My franchise has 12 different McDonald's owned by the same couple, and they get 50% off every McDonald's in town. So they kind of compromise. You don't get free food there, but you can get half off wherever you go of all of our locations.
I respect that.
So it's a mixed bag. It's not all the same. It depends on the franchise owner, but they are recommended from corporate, like, hey, you should give this to your employees. And that's kind of what we're going off of. Like, what is the corporate McDonald's, demanding of their franchise owners? To be honest, college is really cool. That college, that's something they're going above and beyond for. The meals aren't not the greatest I've heard of, but they're better, a lot better than Burger King's. I'm going to put them at probably like a B tier.
I was going to say B. I think that feels right because I think part of what makes them B, if that was like across all their locations, I think I'd put them at an A, but because it can be participating locations, I think you got to put them in a B.
Yeah. So B for McDonald's. Next, Wendy's. Have you looked into them all? Okay. Yeah, you're looking at this is the Reddit. This guy said, I recently got hired and have a busy manager. Since that's the case, I haven't had the chance to talk about employee benefits. I also see my benefits on Workday. I can't see any benefits on workday. Uh-oh, if it's not a workday, guess what? You probably don't have any, Mr. OP. One coworker told me you get free food and drinks, which I thought was the case, but didn't tell me any other details. I was just wondering what the quality of food drinks you can get in a certain period of time is. Do you need to do anything to get your food or drink, or can you just grab it? Anything else useful about benefits would be great. Thank you. So that's a perfect question this Redditor is asking, and that's what we want to look into. And most of the answers are not very encouraging for them. So one person says, honestly, I wish I could tell you, but I'm pretty sure it's different with every location. Obviously, we've been talking about, and they only give them, for his location, they only gives them half off of their food, which is not very good. And then this person says, this one made me laugh. You get to be spoken down to by customers. You get to crawl into hot ovens to clean them. You get to hang out a drive-through window in the dead of winter, soaking wet from dishes. All the fun benefits of a fast food job. Oh, yikes. Man. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not my words. That's this guy's word on Reddit. This is the truth coming out from Reddit.
Roughly 95% of Wendy's locations are independently owned, and so that they can all vary based on each location. But that meal discounts are typically included on shift, and it's typically 50% off a meal. Same thing, flexible scheduling. This one's kind of interesting. This one says that a lot of the locations offer instant pay. So they'll partner with apps like Daily Pay or Branch to give staff early access to earned wages before payday. Kind of cool.
Okay.
I don't know if is that like a cash advance where you get...
It's kind of like taking out credit for something you haven't gotten paid for yet, almost.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
Okay, then I probably wouldn't say that's like a great benefit, but
hey, it's an option, I guess, if you need it in a pinch or whatever.
It says a lot of them offer EAP. They have this We Care, which I'm not really sure what that offers, or what that all means, but it says there's like a financial support fund. So Wendy's crew members who are facing extreme financial hardship or natural disasters, they can kind of like get paid out from that like pool. And then it says a lot of full-time employees, which I'm assuming is more like managers, are offered health, dental, vision, PTO, 401k, life and disability insurance. That's on. I don't think that's no. That's I think that says additional benefits for full-time restaurant employees, and I would imagine that means like managers, like general managers of a restaurant.
Talent development, workplace well-being, promoting a culture of people safety, engagement and culture. That sound like benefits to you? No, not really.
Sounds a lot like what we were seeing with Burger King.
Yeah. I was thinking a little more for these guys. You know, like I get why it's a franchise system, so we're kind of like working a different system completely. But
yeah, I feel like for Wendy's, you got to put them in the same as Burger King tier, just because.
You think so?
Well, Burger King offered 50% off, right? Or was it less than that?
It was 50% usually was standard, and these guys are 50% as well. I'm kind of getting from Reddit. Most people are saying 50%.
Although they have that We Care thing, which I think is...
I'm looking at this right now.
Is an extra benefit that Burger King has nothing of. So maybe you put them in a C?
Yes, D. I would say D.
Well, is Burger King an F? Oh, Burger King's an F.
We made Burger King an F.
Okay, I'd say, a D.
So we'll put them at D. Let's look at the We Care. So it's providing short-term financial assistance to members of the Wendy's team who've been negatively affected by the federal, state, or for natural disasters and emergencies. Okay. So helps hundreds of people gain access to clean water, meals, or clothing, finding a safe place to stay, or repairing their homes. So that's really cool, right? Let's say a hurricane comes through in New Orleans and all the Wendy's people are displaced. They have protection, which that's a benefit, right?
That's
health insurance.
That's a big benefit.
That's something saying
that's
like
cool.
we will take care of you.
Yeah.
Hopefully this actually works and it actually does what they say they're going to do. I would put that with this We Care. Honestly, that's like insurance.
Yeah.
Basically, it's some sort of form of insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing, place to stay, repairing their homes.
So especially if you're in an area that is more likely to get hit by a natural disaster,
like Florida,
then I'd probably put them at a B. But if you're like somewhere like Arizona, then or maybe a C. Maybe I was too aggressive with a B there. Maybe a C. But like if you're in a place with nothing, like no, like we're in Idaho right now. Idaho doesn't have a whole lot of natural disasters. Sort of like if you're actually weighing that, what are the actual odds that you're going to use that We Care? So I think it could depend on where you're at.
I think it's really cool. It's a
offer
form of insurance, but I'm not going to say it's going to be this like super, because again, it's not for the everyday. Benefits is really for the everyday individual. Yeah. And this is more of a form of a fire insurance or
But Burger King doesn't offer that.
Hey, they don't.
And a lot of other places don't offer it.
So I say we put them at C or D, and they're between C and D for me. Honestly,
I give them a C because this is a cool effort. It shows that they're trying.
Okay,
so you
we'll
gotta
put them at C. Burger King is at F. What is McDonald's? I say they're C.
Yeah, I'd give them a C.
Just because they give you a free meal. They're like, this is what you get.
You get a
work
free
here,
meal.
It's kind of standard across the country. You get a free meal. Some places do better discounts across the board.
Yeah.
I say it as a perk.
So disaster relief is the same as a free meal?
I mean, as far as usability, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, is one more serious and heartwarming? Yeah. Are they actually going to pay out on that? Probably not.
Yeah, there might be some red tape.
It's more of a feel-good thing versus actual practical money that they're paying to people that will use it. That's where I put them both.
Yeah,
the same.
C. That makes sense.
Maybe I'm wrong on that, but C and C, and then we have F for Burger King. Okay, now we're jumping out of the burger types of places. Do you want to do Chick-fil-A or I can do KFC?
I can do Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A has common benefits that are for all restaurant employees. These include Sundays off. So that's like everybody knows Chick-fil-A is not open on Sunday. So
hey, you don't get paid on that day.
Yeah, you don't get to make
it's not
any money
PTO, right?
It's not PTO, but if you like to have a consistent day off,
I shouldn't be so cynical. I'm sorry, Chick-fil-A. I think it's cool you guys take Sundays off. I should be so cynical. Keep going.
It says free or discounted meals, so I think it's kind of the same boat as all these other guys. Scholarship opportunities. So it says they have access to the Remarkable Futures, which is a trademark thing. Scholarship program. Team members, it awards team members scholarships between $1,000 and $25,000 for higher education. So that's good. It says tuition discounts. Same thing as everything else after that point. Flexible scheduling, competitive wages and paid training, leadership and career pathways. Not much else. It looks like if you are like upper management again, you do get access to health insurance, dental, 401k, PTO, life and disability insurance, as well as performance bonuses.
I mean, they actually are listing benefits for them, right? And if the corporate says free food or discounted, and like your manager doesn't do the free food, you can be like, come on, man. I think there's a lot of pressure. Like when they put it up there, they say you could do this or this, and you take the lower road.
Yeah,
you're gonna be kind of looked down on by your staff. Like, that's really? True. So I hope most people do. So that's what I'm looking here. Let's go to Reddit. This is Chick-fil-A worker subreddit. This is what someone posted, basically saying, hey, I was curious if you guys have any employee benefits at your store. My store occasionally rings and crumble cookies and donuts, but that's it. That's cool. Good for them. No PTO, no gift cards, gym memberships, or anything. This person says, our benefits include a fun work environment where you can positively influence others, free food, flexible scheduling, you said, first-hand experience, again, not a real benefit, intentional growth and development, not a benefit, scholarship opportunities, that's a benefit, and competitive pay. This person afterward, I thought was funny, he says, competitive pay with the bills? Are competitive with the bills? And this person responded, ours is all this plus PTO, Christmas party, an owner who is present all store and actually gets to know his employees, not just upper management, 401k matching at 4%. Again, this is not across the board. This is this one specific store. Health insurance, dental, and vision as well, and life insurance. If that was them across the board, they'd be S tier, but that is just for the one. Let's see. I'm going to read one more here quickly. Our includes employee meals paid for college, gym, anniversary bonuses, 401k at 3%, health insurance, premium coverage, flexible scheduling. That's cool. So it says the benefits get better with growth in the organization. Think MacBooks, PTO, cell phone coverage. Dang. So maybe some of these places do go a little more far out.
It sounds like it sounded like from that there was more people that were experiencing some benefits than like the other places where they're like, we really don't get much.
Yeah. This guy says, bro, y'all's Chick-fil-A's must be rich as F because I've been working here. They're part-time for 3 years and don't have any benefits besides free food up to $10, which we can get whenever we want, even seasonal times. But he's part-time. Remember that, buddy.
Part-time.
All these things are not part-time. Okay, so I think we could give him a ranking. What are you thinking for Chick-fil-A? I think it's B.
Really? You think it's better than like McDonald's?
Why is it not? What does McDonald's have that this doesn't have?
Well, the only reason that I question if it's better is because is that across the board? Like McDonald's, some locations could offer all that, but it's not the fact that it's all across the board.
So you put them at C?
I think I'd almost put them at C just for that fact that it's like, I mean, the tuition is a cool thing, but McDonald's also has a tuition
They also
thing.
have that.
And so I don't see anything specifically that's like better than McDonald's.
Okay, fair enough. C. I thought for some reason there was more than just the McDonald's was doing. So C, Chick-fil-A. But they always have a smile on their face. Starbucks, if you haven't watched the other episode, we talked about Starbucks. And if you've seen this other one, you'll know they got some good benefits.
Yeah.
For part-time employees even.
Yeah.
So quickly we'll go over these one more time. They are awesome. They have this blows my mind, right? They have comprehensive range of medical, dental, vision insurance plans that people can pay. It's like a PPO plan for all those that they get. You have a premium you pay. Paid leave for eligible parents who have a new baby, or adoption or surrogacy. So they put everything under the board. New kid comes in the family in any way, shape, or form, you get paid leave. Part-time employees, they can get stock equity. They have generous 401k matches. They don't really say specifics.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, is it 4%? Is it 3%? 6%?
Yeah.
But they say these things that they offer, right, for all employees. They have the education program. They do 140 degrees from their at Arizona State University with a degree online.
Did you say 140
degrees to choose from? As they say
Wow.
here on the website.
Yeah, McDonald's was 35.
I thought that was a lot, right?
Yeah.
No, that's a lot. Nearly 90% of Starbucks stores have at least one person enrolled in one of those programs. That's cool. And then the little fun perks: you get Spotify Premium, a free pound of coffee box or tea box every week. So basically, if your coffee or tea covered, and then you have
Yeah, that's an S tier.
S tier.
That's just straight to the top. I mean, that's like the gold standard of
Can you imagine?
quick service, restaurant, fast food chain service.
It makes me ask how much margin is in coffee. If they
Oh
can do that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
man. Well, you think about it, it's just the bean juice.
It's just bean juice
They
and
fill
water.
up with some sugar, some cream.
Man,
They got great margins. I'm
but
sure.
good for their employees.
And hey, although I do know though that some people even at Starbucks feel differently sometimes though.
They feel like they're
where
mistreated.
I mean, like they were saying that they're going on strike, and
It's true.
so on paper though, when it's to the rest of the world, definitely they look pretty good. I believe that In-N-Out is privately owned. I believe they don't do franchises.
They don't franchise, so this is a little different than the others. So it's not quite fair, right? So they can guarantee these things for all their employees, but because most people don't realize that it's privately owned versus franchised owned. This is what they actually offer. Get this: full-time restaurant associates. They could have been on our part-time. Oh no, this is for full-time. Never mind. So get this: they offer for all full-time associates, which they determine at restaurants. If you're work at a restaurant, you work full-time there. This is what you get: medical, dental, vision, healthcare, independent care, spending accounts for FSAs. You get basic life at AD&D, voluntary life ADD, voluntary short-term, voluntary long-term disability, critical illness insurance, accident insurance, hospital indemnity insurance, legal plan, adoption benefit, pet insurance, associate assistance program, or AAP, it's company paid, business and travel insurance, company paid, Provident sharing, a 401k plan, after meeting eligibility, which they don't say what that is here. It's probably over a year. And then they have the educational assistance program, which again, there's an eligibility requirement for that too. Gym membership discount, and other benefits. They say those are our real benefits. This is the other free stuff we give you. We give you free meals, 15% discount at our company store, and company sponsored events they do for their employees.
I'd put them at an A.
Yeah, A, not S. I kind of like it's an S tier,
Really?
honestly.
You think that's as good as
I
Starbucks?
mean, it's not, because Starbucks is part time as well.
But if we're talking full time, that is a lot.
it's a lot of stuff.
And that's working in
more.
the restaurant.
That's
right?
more than what Starbucks offers. The little thing here, if people understand, like all those voluntary benefits are benefits that you pay for as an employee. They get a special discount versus the ones that are paid for, like the basic life and AD&D, right? Basic life insurance and accidental death and dismemberment. Those are company paid. That's more of a real benefit. The other ones are kind of like, I don't want to call them false benefits, but they don't cost the company nearly as much. I could be wrong. I'm not a broker, like I said. I don't understand insurance as much, but because it's completely paid for by the employee, and there are things that are more like voluntary long-term disability, like you get in a serious accident, or kind of like AD&D, you lose a limb or something, which again, if you're flipping burgers, there's not much of a chance of that happening. So they're kind of like nice to have, and just in case of a crazy thing, car drives through the building, you never know.
Yeah.
But it's more like a really intense insurance, kind of like that Wendy's We Care insurance.
Sure.
So again, not trying to discredit, because it's cool they have all these things. It's a very solid, it's a very, very comprehensive package that like corporate America usually you'd see having something like that.
Yeah.
If they're going to be using, I don't want to talk about Hy-Vee obviously, but like that's like a full stack of benefits that we see with our customers that are using our videos. That's the max of employee.
Yeah, that's
benefits.
pretty much a full stack right there.
So that's where I'm like, I almost want to say they're S tier in a sense for that.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
But we need an A instead of an S. We'll put them at A.
I think the next one's going to be an A. So
okay, let's put In-N-Out at S tier as well.
Okay, good job, In-N-Out. Chipotle. Chipotle is easy to find their information. They put it right on their website that you can see. Is this actually what I'm looking at? Yes, okay. So Chipotle has great benefits, like we said in our last video, with part-time as well as full-time benefits. And I think you get a little bit more when you get full-time. The first one that it says is quarterly bonus. If your restaurant does well, you are eligible for a bonus equal to 1 week's pay. If you keep it up all year, you'll get an additional month of pay. That's pretty cool. They also have education assistance. Their students get up to $5,250 each year toward education goals. Plus, they have their celebrated debt-free degree program. You get free burritos on them. So every shift that you work, you get a free entree, 1 drink, and 1 side. So that's everything that you get. You get PTO. Their PTO is you get vacation and sick time. You accrue up to 40 vacation hours a year and get 24 hours of sick time, depending on your state's sick leave laws. Vacation accrues starting after 1 year of service. So their PTO is based off of after working there for a year, but then they have a separate one, which is their sick hours, which you get 24 sick hours. Which the other one is their sick hours. You get 24 hours of sick time. And then, depending on how longer you work there, the more vacation time off you get. They have assistance program. So that's like, I think like an EAP, telehealth type of stuff. And then a 401k retirement saving. They do a 401k match towards your contributions after your first year working at Chipotle.
It's pretty impressive.
That is actually pretty
Looking
good.
at Reddit here, someone says, are those benefits real? They're asking people, and Chipotle is coming out, and they're some of them are saying, nah. Some are saying, yeah. This guy's saying career path to 100K. Only if you become a field manager, a field leader, or a stupidly high-paid GM, at least in my area. On average, at a service lead, I was making $36K per year. So we get a little bit of salary information on that. It's interesting. 401k medical available after 1 year, which is crazy they do that for full-time. Any associate worker there, it's just awesome. Flexible hours, unless you're fine with working 1 or 2 days a week and then removed from the schedule. Hey, it's up to the GM maybe. Debt-free degrees, select programs from select colleges are covered in full, and about $5K for any degrees in college of your choice per year. So he says that's true. This is interesting about the medical costs. He says, I pay $15 a week. I pay for it, and 401k are available immediately. 401k match not until your 13th month. And they also have a ESPP, employee stock purchase plan, which is available in 13 months. So $15 a week, $60 for his premium he's paying.
$60.
That's insane.
That's pretty good.
That, again, I don't know if that's across the board for all, but that's the case. That's amazing health insurance.
I'd be interested to see what kind of plan it is.
What coverage it actually has, but that for a premium is insane, right? It sounds like it's almost like maybe it's like an
HHP.
Yeah, like like an HHP or maybe even like an HSA or something, because it sounds like so low for premium. And I said, this guy, they have a super great work staff, good flexible hours. I work off every weekend, and never been an issue. So it just depends on the workplace you're working at, I guess. But yeah, they're saying this is legit, even though they're. So
I think the fact that Chipotle puts it on their website that easily accessible is just kind of proves that it should be.
They literally show it. This guy posted not hiring, here's your benefits. Like on the poster.
Yeah.
We're hiring, here's what you're going to get when you work here.
Yeah.
That is
And I remember
bold.
we went to Chipotle not that long ago, and they were trying to hire, and they were showing just how much they're willing to pay, and it was really impressive. I think it was like up to $22 an hour.
Wow.
For, if you're, depending on where you're at, that's pretty good.
Yeah. That is good. So where you put them at an A? I'd say we have to have an A.
Yeah, I'd say they're an A.
We have an A. Chipotle, that's excellent. That's really good.
It's really good. I mean, they're close to an S, but I think
Why
just
are they not
because
S? That's why I always figure out. Why are they not S and why is what we put also
In-N-Out an S?
In-N-Out an S. Maybe In-N-Out is an A as well.
I think In-N-Out's an A.
Let's move In-N-Out down to an A with Chipotle, and we'll keep Starbucks at the S tier.
Yeah. I think In-N-Out gets an advantage because they're not franchised. Whereas
Yes.
the fact that Chipotle and Starbucks are franchises and that they still offer
that's coming from corporate
yeah,
is footing that bill.
which is a more impressive than when it's like, oh, it's just up to the franchise to decide what you want to give.
It's kind of a cop-out, isn't it?
It is a little bit of a cop out.
Because, so I agree. So let's put them both at A. Last one we'll do for the day, because I was a little bit surprised by it. We'll do KFC real quick. KFC, they have free shift per meal, side drink and chips during or right after your shift, meant to be eaten in store, 50% discount. This person's they just got hired, looking for free lunch and dinner. Can I get 2 pieces of white meat for free? Am I able to get mashed potatoes without gravy? Or things I ask all the questions about, can I get all whatever I want, kind of thing. Also, part-time right now, can I get health insurance and dental? And do we get bathroom breaks? Great questions. Let's see what they say. Part-time, probably not. But ask your boss. Someone interested in long-term employment would ask that. Good for you and your enthusiasm. You'll do well at your future jobs. And the person says they want to retire with KFC. That's cool. Wow.
That's dedication.
That is. And from the U.S., let's see. It says, I'm in the U.S. You can get a free meal per shift while you're working. You can step away and use the bathroom if phone is needed, as long as it's appropriate and not completely swamped. And KFC carries, okay. So it looks like, and some people say you get up to $10 of free food. Sometimes you get 50% off. So nothing else.
Kind of varies per
let's see.
location.
Here we go. I believe once you work for the company for about 4 months and you're full-time is when you're eligible for health insurance. But then they send an email about when they're ready to recruit more employees. So you can't just sign up for it, unfortunately. You can go to the bathroom, but in no longer than 5 minutes might be an issue. So there's a chance they have. Basically, the reason why I bring them up is they have actually a really pretty solid website that talks about their benefits. I'm going to pull that up real quick here. Here we go. So we have the general manager is the top tier.
Okay.
We have the shift supervisor, the middle tier. And then we have part-time, full-time crew members and cooks. Okay, so top tier, typical full gambit corporate stuff. We got 2 to 4 weeks paid PTO, comprehensive health life coverage, and quarterly annual store profit sharing bonuses. That's cool. Middle tier with the shift supervisors, we have dental, vision, health. That's what they're saying. This is all according to the franchise owner. But some of them do get paid time, vacation, priority scheduling, and some micro bonuses and leadership training. And then the bottom of the just everyday workers, they have what's called the KFC Foundation. This is why I was thinking it's Burger King, because it's very similar. They have the KFC Foundation scholarships and emergency grants, shift discounts, paid training, 401k access, which means some may not after how long you've worked there. ACA health insurance if it's 30 hours plus per week. So that's what they define as full time. So they got some stuff according to Gemini. They do have like I said, that $52.50 offering a year of scholarship opportunities they give to some of their tuition assistants, which is cool.
I think it's good. I mean, I think that they're doing more than like what we saw with some of those places, like McDonald's, Wendy's.
So what are you gonna put them at? I have to think about my name for them.
Well, I thought it was B.
B. Why are you gonna put B? That's what I'm thinking too.
Because I think it just sounds like that they are offering more. Like, of course, sure, maybe some of the locations aren't offering all that, and they're maybe not offering anything at all. But the fact that they're offering that $52.50 that we've seen that Chipotle offers, that's like a possibility that you can have access to. Other possibilities. What were some of the other ones? I can't remember.
It's just kind of the gambit, like 401k for the lowest, the little guy.
Yeah.
And some of them say, like, that's a big one. I said, if you have 401k, you're preparing for retirement. That's awesome. They do that. PTO, I think across the board, they're saying that there's PTO available for if you're working more.
I mean, if that was across all KFCs, I feel like you'd have to put them at that A tier because it seems like they're kind of matching Chipotle but it's not. It doesn't seem like it's as.
They're definitely not
available.
matching Chipotle, because Chipotle is like, this is what we do for everyone,
Yeah.
right?
So I think I got to give them a B because some people are probably receiving great benefits from working at KFC, but I would probably imagine the majority of people are not getting all that.
Yeah. And I'm looking at their career page real quick again, because they had some cool things. Like, just the fact that their page looks good, they actually offer stuff. I'm putting them at B because they are such a big franchise, and they are the size of a McDonald's. And they're not in market share, obviously, but they are so much bigger than
Yeah.
Chipotle, so much
100%.
bigger than the In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And they offer a lot more than the other guys do, like McDonald's and Burger King, and maybe I would put them, McDonald's we said was C, right?
I believe we put them at a C, yeah.
So I think I just put them just above McDonald's, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So maybe you disagree with us, people watching, and they're maybe not quite, if you work there, like, no, they don't do any of that, they say, then put them to C. But because they're trying and they have some new things,
Yeah, B.
I put them at a B.
Yeah, I put them at a B. That sounds good.
So did we get the list okay? Feel free to put it in the comments if you feel like we completely got something wrong, or if you actually work with these places or a manager, and feel free to share your feelings on what corporate does versus what you're doing for employees. Hopefully this is helpful to see kind of what's out there right now. And if you have any other ideas as far as what we could talk on for other episodes, be it about benefits, other industries, or other restaurants, maybe even talking about just workplace in general, please let us know. We'd love to make more episodes on this. This is kind of fun, don't you think?
Yeah, we should do this one again with more. I'm sure there's a lot more fast food places we can look at, but
We'll keep going. Maybe we'll have an update when we learn more
Yeah,
about it,
when
and
we learn
say,
more.
hey, we were wrong, and we'll be the first to raise our hand and say we were wrong about something. This is what we are learning from what we can learn about online. So please remember to subscribe to the Golden Handcuffs podcast wherever you're listening to this or watching this, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and subscribe to Hyvio on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching.